Right, so what's up guys? Today we'll be doing a video on the in-phase amplifier. So you might recognise this from the car video where it's in the car. But today it's on the workbench. There's a little demonstration on how to wire it up if you was in a car. So you've got, on this side, you've got the RCAs in and out. And then these dials, which you'll be seeing later on how to do that. And then on this, you've got ground, remote, battery, and the speakers left and right, and then the fuse obviously, which shifts in this case is a 20 amp. Now all amplifiers are different, so if you don't have an in-phase one then it might be slightly different, but generally they are the same. If you have got an in-phase then it's perfect for you. But like I said, I'm on the workbench today, so I'm just going to be using this 12-volt battery as a little demonstration. But obviously in your car you would have wired up a ground and positive. Positive you just run to your battery, and ground you can just take off the metal. You can watch a car video on how I do it, but like I said, also be very careful with these, not to short them, because otherwise you might break your battery or blow a fuse, and you don't want that to happen in the car. But like I said, because it's on the workbench, I can demonstrate how it works. So do not try to home, but in 3, 2, 1. That is what happens if you short the car battery. So, anyway, right now we will be starting to connect up the battery to this. So if we look at this side, we have got the ground here and the battery plus symbol. And ground means negative, so it'll be on the black cable right here. So if I just bring this battery round and we can start putting this in. So if you get a screwdriver, undo this, and then simply you can just put the ground in. Make sure the wires don't get spread out. So you put it in very gently, and then you can tighten it up. Make sure not to leave it too loosely, because otherwise it will fall out, and then might cause a short like we just demonstrated. And then with this next one, what you'd usually do is put this in. You might see a little spark. Don't worry, because that just means the capacitor is charging. So you'd usually put it in there, and you'd have a blue cable usually to run your remote cable. But obviously, because it's on the workbench, I'm just going to use a crocodile clip to demonstrate the remote cable, like here, like so. So if I was to connect this, it should light up green, but I might need a different crocodile clip. Give me a second, I'll find the correct one. Right, so guys, I have found the correct crocodile clip. Now if you see this little light here, if I connect it, it'll turn green. So what you'd do with this blue remote cable, obviously it's not blue right now because it's on the workbench, you'd connect this to like a cigarette lighter port or something like that. So when you turn your car, it'll turn on the thing. But anyway, we've got to tighten up the battery positive nice and tightly so it doesn't fall out. And then if you just turn this on, then obviously it'll turn green. Right, next we're going to be plugging in the speakers. So we connect the speakers up to all of these 4 here. But first of all, what you got to be careful of is just to turn all of these to minimum. Make sure they're all on minimum. Let me zoom in real quick to show you. So you have got min, max, level. So that means your audio level overall. So make sure that's set to minimum. You'll feel it because it'll stop. Subsonic you set to minimum. Set all to minimum. And this switch you don't have to worry about right now. So these are all set to minimum now, all set to the same, and that should be good to go. So now if we zoom back out, we can connect the speaker terminals together. So if we just put this crocodile clip back in, we can move these power cables out of the way and go on with our speaker cables. So mine will be each different to demonstrate different types of speaker cable you can use. But so I've got this type cable, quite generic speaker cable, and if you look here, don't know if you can see that, but this is left negative, and then left positive, left negative. So this was the positive, this negative, likewise on this side, positive, negative, left and right. So I'll be putting these ones into left, and then so negative goes into negative, of course, and positive goes into positive. You know the basics of it. So sorry about my camera work. I am trying to be a cameraman as well as trying to wire up this amplifier. So anyway, we screw this up tightly, make sure it's definitely tight. I tug on it slightly, and then put the positive lead in, and then doing that up tightly. So give them both a good tug so they're not going to come out. And then this is how you put it in. And if for whatever reason it doesn't work, then try and check if one of those come out. And then we're also going to use some other cable that's a bit common. This is usually speaker sub cable. And then this can go in, so make sure it's positive, negative, this way like that. Push them in, and then tighten them up, and then give them a good tug. So if I just tighten this up real quick. Give it a good tug, none of them are coming out. Also, I'll leave description to this amplifier, or I'll leave a Amazon link to this amplifier in the description, the UK version and the US version, to show you. And then finally, now we've done that, I will be plugging in the RCAs. So easy thing to do is just get an RCA lead. Yours can be super long, yours might be short, but you'd usually, so if you look at this, you'd plug it into line input. So if I just move the cables out of the way, you'd plug this into line input here. So this one, sometimes they have different colours on. This one might be red, this one might be white. Give you a tip, it says left and right. The right is always red. That's how I remember, yeah? So it usually says left or right, and right is red. So see this red on here, plug that in, put that in, and then white is left. Now, if you don't usually use the output, but you can if you want to. Now, for being on a test bench, I will be using a RCA converter to jack lead. So look, this one has the red and white. So you just plug in the red and plug in the white. Sometimes the audio cables are red and black, but still the red goes into there. Then I'll just plug it into this MP3 player to demonstrate in a minute. And yeah, so we'll connect the remote up, and then we'll start playing. So the remote is connected now, and we'll start playing. Right, so I've got the audio working now, and you can adjust these bits accordingly to what you think. So I've just set mine, and it should be working quite well now. I've just paused the music real quick, and what I'm gonna say is, if nothing works, then definitely check the fuse as well, and yeah, just listen now to see what you think. Also, the little switch on the side, if you can see there, that basically means HPF means high pass filter, and then LPF means low pass filter. So, and then there's full in the middle, and full basically means you get the lows and the highs, which is what I've set mine to. Or you could just have it on lows, which is like subs and stuff like that. Highs is obviously like tweeters and stuff like that. But I've got a mid-range speaker, so I've got it on full. Anyway, it sounds pretty good, so listen. Sounds pretty good.
See how she looks in trouble. See how she dances
And you can turn up your audio on the amplifier.
She can't tell the differences. That's what you're coming for, but they don't wanna let you in. You drop your back to the floor and you're asking what's happening.
So it sounds pretty good. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and I'll see you next time. Bye.